Hey, yo, Dick. I heard you got a critter problem. Where they at? Hey there, YouTube land, and welcome to VisDis Gaming. I'll be your host, John. Welcome back to another one of our PSVR game reviews. Today we're going to be looking at Dick Wilde 2, a slightly older title, released originally February 2019 by Wilde Games. Blurb on the game, let's have a look. Very short. Dick needs help cleaning up the waters. Grab your friends and help get wild today. I bought this when the game was on offer, so it was a sale price of £6.49. That's equivalent to around about $9. The original price of the game, which it's set at the time of this video, is back up to $15.99 or $22. So starting things off with the graphics then, gameplay is quite cartoony. It's based on a southern hillbilly theme with adequate amounts of comedy thrown in from Dick. The play area is mostly a variation of two scenery options, one with an open riverbank and the second being a river in a tunnel. It's quite dark, so there's quite a contrast. The graphics do feel a bit dated, but given that this game was released in 2019, I feel that it probably would have been more than adequate at the time, and it's still good now, to be fair. You can certainly immerse yourself in all sorts of critter slaughter. I'd probably rate this a strong 6.5. Sound, so the background music is almost dueling banjos, but not quite. Definitely plants your feet in the south. I kind of feel like I'm going to come around the bend of a river and see somebody on a porch with a banjo not wishing me well. The weapon sounds are more than adequate. I think if you hear on my gameplay that they tend to be a bit overbearing, and I think this is probably just down to one of my capture settings. Definitely not the case in the game, and everything's fine. I'm going to be giving this a 7. Innovation. Hillbillies on a raft shooting critters with a variety of homebrewed death traps. It's a strong 7. Immersion's good. You can become quite focused on dispatching your critters to the point of sheer panic when you've got far more critters than you can handle. This has happened far too many times. I'm going to give this a strong 8. Fun factor, how can this game not be fun? You're floating down a river on a raft with as much ammo as you could possibly want, with as many critters that you know what to do with. Yeah, great fun. Bring a friend along, even better. I'm going to give this a 7. Longevity. I've had this game around 12 months. It's not something I constantly play, but I do pick it up and put it down, and there's definitely enough to keep pulling me back. To help things stay sort of interesting, Bolvark designed the game so that you have to complete multiple playthroughs of the same river. Go in different ways. You can collect keys, which will then in turn unlock collectible hats, weapons, and to add to this, each section of the river you have to complete individually. You can earn points, and these can be spent on personal health of the raft, because if you take damage you're going to lose that weight, and also sort of weapons and damage multipliers. I'm going to give this a 6. Accessibility. So from the outset with this game, I've really struggled with it, even starting with the menus. I've tried to recreate on these screen grabs what I kind of feel I see on the VR, so you can feel the struggle's real. The menu text for me tends to be quite small. Even joining the multiplayer game, you're given a unique code each time to enter a room. Either reading this code out to your friend or trying to put this code in can take a lot of guesswork, and it's in the lap of the gods whether you're going to enter that game or not. And the same goes for the in-game menus as well, when you're choosing things like power-ups or weapon choices. For the most part, I can't see what they are, and it's a bit of a surprise what I get each time. To be fair to the game, by its very nature, you often have to see very small critters approaching you at high speed. You've got to track and dispatch them. And for people with a sight impairment, it is a difficult game. There's no two ways about it. When I play solo on this game, I can only do the first level up to about the second gate. I can't go any further. It was just impossible. Once I managed to play this game with a friend and unlocked a few stages, I managed to unlock a shotgun, and this did make a big difference because you really don't have to be too accurate, and I found that then I started to actually have some fun with this. I'm going to rate this accessibility a 4. And that's all I can give it. And this probably isn't necessarily much of the fault of the game, but by the nature of how we're going to play this, it's going to be rated 4. Tracking. So for a game that's a few years old, I really can't fault the tracking on this game at all. Newer games could really learn a lot from this. I'm going to give this a strong 9. Absolutely amazing. Moving on to ease of control, other than the issues I've mentioned with the menus, it's just point and shoot. You don't even have to reload your weapons. I would have awarded this 10, but I've still not kind of worked out how to activate my weapon power-up. If anybody knows how to do this, drop it down in the comments and let me know. Game works well both with move controllers or aim controllers. If you've got the move controllers, you'll get 2 weapons to shoot from. The aim controller, obviously just the one. I'm going to give this a 9. Value for money. So when I got this game, it was on sale. It was £6.49, or around about $9. I'd absolutely give this game for that price a 9 out of 10 for value for money. At the time of making this video, it's gone back to its original price of £15.99 or $22. If I were to sort of rate this now at that price, I'd probably push it down to a 5. However, for what I paid for the game, it's going to get a strong 9. You know, it's the price of 3 pints of beer. In the UK, we judge things by pints of beer. If you were sort of paying $15.99 now, I kind of feel that there probably are better games around for that sort of money. I'd save your pennies, unless you've got deep pockets, until it's back on offer. So the game's coming out at 72.5 out of 100. If you've got sight loss, there's no doubt that you're going to find this game frustrating. By its very nature, you're going to find it very difficult to progress. But then, since when has frustration and difficulty ever held us back? My advice would be, get the game when it comes on sale, use the multiplayer option, get a friend in there, and see if you can get a shotgun, because there's a lot of fun to be had.